यते आश्रय परब्रह्मा परमात्मेति शब्दते। यतो यते आश्रय ब्रह्मा परमात्मेति शब्दते। Abhasaha, the cosmic manifestation. Cha, and Nirodha, and its winding up. Cha, also. Yataha, from the source. Asti, is. Adhyavasiyate, become manifested. Saha, he. Ashrayaha, reservoir. Param, the supreme. Brahma, being. Paramatma, the super soul. Iti, thus. Shabdhyate, called. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhakti Vedanta Sam Srila Prabhupada Ki. Translation: the Supreme One, who is celebrated as the Supreme Being or the Supreme Soul, is the Supreme Source of the cosmic manifestation as well as its reservoir and winding up. Thus, He is the Supreme Fountainhead, the Absolute Truth. Kindly repeat. The Supreme One, who is celebrated as the Supreme Being or the Supreme Soul, is the Supreme Source of the cosmic manifestation as well as its reservoir and winding up. Thus, He is the Supreme Fountainhead, the Absolute Truth. Purport. Synonyms for the Supreme Source of all energies, as explained in the very beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, are Janmadhyasya yataha vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yad jnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti shabdete, called Parabrahma, Paramatma or Bhagavan. The word iti used here in this verse completes the synonyms and thus indicates Bhagavan. This will be further explained in the later verses, but this Bhagavan ultimately means Lord Krishna, because the Srimad Bhagavatam has already accepted the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Krishna. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. The original source of all energies, or the Samam Bonam, is the Absolute Truth, which is called Parabrahma, etc. And Bhagavan is the last word of the Absolute Truth. But even with the synonyms of Bhagavan, such as Narayana, Vishnu and Purusha, the last word is Krishna, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita, aham sarvasya prabhavo mattas sarvam pravartate, etc. Besides that, the Srimad Bhagavatam is the representation of Lord Krishna as a sound incarnation of the Lord. Krishna swadamopagate dharma jnanadibhihi saha kalau nashta drisham esha puranarko adunoditaha. Thus, by general conclusion, Lord Krishna is the ultimate source of all energies, and the word Krishna means that. And to explain Krishna or the signs of Krishna, the Srimad Bhagavatam has been prepared. In the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, this truth is indicated in the questions and answers by Suta Goswami and great sages like Shonaka. And in the first and second chapters of the canto, this is explained. In the third chapter, this subject is more explicit, and in the fourth chapter, even more explicit. In the second canto, the absolute truth as the personality of Godhead is further emphasized, and the indication is the Supreme Lord Krishna. The summary of Srimad Bhagavatam in 4 verses, as we have already discussed, is succinct. This Supreme Personality of Godhead is the ultimate issue is confirmed by Brahma in his Brahma Samhita as Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. So it is concluded in the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. The complete subject matter is elaborately explained in the 10th and 11th cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam. In the matter of the changes of Manus or Manvantaras, such as the Swayambhu Manu and Chakshusha Manvantara, as they are discussed in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Krishna is indicated. In the 8th canto, the Vaivasvata Manvantara explains the same subject indirectly, and in the 9th canto, the same purport is there. In the 12th canto, the same is further explained specifically regarding the different incarnations of the Lord. Thus, it is concluded by studying the complete Srimad Bhagavatam that Lord Sri Krishna is the ultimate samam bonum, or the ultimate source of all energies. And according to the grades of worshippers, the indications of nomenclature may be differently explained as Narayana, Brahma, Paramatma, etc. Thus end the Bhakti Vedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachyat Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So these 3 verses, 7, 8 and 9 are discussing about the Ashraya Tattva or Ashraya topic, the 10th topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Specifically, this verse gives the definition of Ashraya Tattva. In the next 2 verses, the differentiation between the Ashraya and Ashrita Tattva. So we have been hearing all the 10 topics of Bhagavatam, listing of the 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam, beginning with Sarga, Visarga, Sthanam, Poshanam, Uti, Mukti and Nirodha, Ishanu Katha. And today is the final, the last, the 10th topic. And this is not just another list of topics. This 10th topic is the supreme, or it is the core for which all other 9 topics are discussed. The 10th topic is the purpose for which all the 9 topics are discussed. Hence, the 10th topic is considered as the ashraya, ashrita. That all the other topics are taking shelter of this. Ashraya tattva, sorry, not ashraya. So, all of them are taking shelter of this ashraya tattva. So, once Srila Prabhupada was invited by some Gita Gyan Yagga to talk on Bhagavad Gita. It was a Gita Jayanti. I think it was in Gorakhpur or somewhere. And Srila Prabhupada had made specific request that he will talk first. We didn't want to hear all the Mayavadi interpretation. So many other Mayavadis were there. Prabhupada also called. So Prabhupada went there. And when Prabhupada went, he saw in the entire hall, they just kept one lamp. Just kept one lamp. And Bhagavad Gita book is there, on lamp they kept. So Prabhupada became very angry. He became angry because they not kept picture or deity of Krishna, indicating that he is actually the speaker. They just kept Bhagavad Gita on lamp, indicating that the lamp is the supreme. Light, Brahman is the supreme. So Prabhupada didn't speak, immediately vacated that place and told, until unless you recognize Krishna is the supreme, he is actually the speaker of Bhagavad Gita. And if you don't recognize the speaker of Bhagavad Gita, then what value you are giving to Bhagavad Gita? What is the use of all this Gita Gyan Yagya? That yagna you are doing because Krishna gave that Gita Gyan. And Krishna, that Supreme Lord, who is the speaker of Bhagavad Gita, is not recognized, then what is the use? Your Gita Jnani. So Prabhupada immediately vacated. He told, I will not speak. So like that. So Krishna is the supreme shelter for everyone. That's why in this final verse it is explained, abhasascha nirodhascha, as cosmic manifestation, which includes creation, destruction, maintenance, all that. Yatosti adhyavasiyate, the source of all of this manifestation of cosmic manifestation, nirodha, and source of all of these, sa ashrayaha, param brahma. Who is that source of all of this? The source of all of this is Parabrahma, and he is also called as Paramatma iti shabdyate. He is Parabrahma and he is also called as Paramatma. So Prabhupada in the purport, he is mentioning the synonymous, they are all synonymous. So a synonymous verse to this is Janmadhyasya yataha, which defines who is the source of everything. Who is the source? Krishna is the source. Janmadhyasya yataha. Actually, Vedavyas, he wrote Vedanta Sutra and he has written Srimad Bhagavatam. And he has also compiled Vedas. The Vedas begin with Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Now you inquire about Brahma. Vedanta Sutra doesn't begin with Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Vedanta Sutra begins with the answer. What is the answer? Janmadhyasya yataha. Vedanta Sutra. Because Vedanta Sutra is summary of Vedas. Srimad Bhagavatam is the commentary on Vedanta Sutra. And the same author, when he has written commentary on Vedanta Sutra and Srimad Bhagavatam, he has again mentioned the same verse, Janmadhyasya yataha. He is the origin. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. begins Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadyas. That Vasudeva is Janmadi. Whatever you are seeing, Adi, beginning with everything. So we say no, etc. This, etc. Janmadi. Everything else is originated from that Vasudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. Janmadyasya itaratascartveshu abhignaswarat. And again he clarifies, he is Swarat, he is independent, supreme independent. He is not dependent on anyone. Itaratascartveshu abhignaswarat tene brahma hridaye adi. He is the one who gave knowledge to Brahma hridaye through his heart. Muhyanti yat surayaha. Even the demigods are bewildered by him. Don't think demigods are also equal to him. Even they are bewildered by him. Directly and indirectly, itaratascartveshu, everything is because of him. So, this is a synonymous verse. Then another synonymous verse Prabhupada is listing. Vedanti tattva vidas tattvam yajnanam advayam. That tattva, absolute truth. Those who have seen the truth, what are they saying? In Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, no? Pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti tadjnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. One who has seen the truth, tattvamasi, that I am, that tattva, that absolute truth. Who has seen? To him we have to go surrender, to him we have to go inquire, to him we have to learn from him. So, Vadanti means they are discussing, they are speaking. Tattva Vidas, about the Tattva, they know the truth. Tattva Darshina, what they are discussing, what they are saying. Vadanti Tattva Vidas. Yajnanam Advayam, that Tattva is Advayam. Even though he is Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan, he is Advayam. This is a synonymous. Here also, Parabrahma, Paramatma, Shabdyate. There also, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti Shabdyate. So, in the list of items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what is the last one? Is the highest. The end of. So here Bhagavan is the end. Therefore it is iti. Prabhupada is saying the word iti completes the synonym and thus indicates Bhagavan. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti shabdate. Bhagavan is the last word in this. Even though three are synonymous. Brahman also same only, Paramatma also same only, Bhagavan. But still Bhagavan is the last word. He is the supreme. Then Prabhupada is also mentioning now for Bhagavan there are many names. Narayana, Vishnu, Brahman. Just like in this listing, Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan. Bhagavan is last word. In the list of all the names of Lord, Krishna is the last word. Krishna is the last word. How? Because Srimad Bhagavatam is telling, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So, Srimad Bhagavatam is the literature which talks about the ultimate source of everything, Ashraya Tattva. In fact, Srimad Bhagavatam is the representation of Lord Krishna, sound incarnation. Krishne sadama damopagate dharma jnanadi visa. Along with Krishna, all the dharma has gone along with Krishna. When Krishna came, he came with dharma. Glani yada yada hi dharmasya gnanirbhavati var abhyuta nama dharmasya tadatmanam. He comes. When he comes, he brings all the dharma. And when he is going back, he has taken back all dharma. Jnanadi visa. Swadhamopagate. Along with Krishna, to Swadhama, dharma has also gone. But kalau nashta drishamesha, seeing the Kali Yuga, this thing, this Purana Arka Aduno Ditaha, just like sun arises in the horizon, dissipating all the darkness. This Purana, Srimad Bhagavatam, has arisen. Arka means Konark. They say, no? Konark, Arka means actually sun. So, that's this Srimad Bhagavatam, Purana Arka Adunoditaha has arisen. Arunodaya. It has arisen to dissipate all the darkness. In other words, the Srimad Bhagavatam is the incarnation of the Supreme Lord Krishna. And thus, in this Srimad Bhagavatam, we see the description that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Krishna is the only topic that is discussed from first canto to the last canto. Just as Prabhupada in the listing, he is in the description, purport he is explaining. The first canto, the first chapter, this is question answers, 6 questions by sages. And what is the answer for all the 6 questions? Vasudeva. They have to hear about Vasudeva. Then Prabhupada says, second chapter, divinity and divine service, about Supreme Lord himself. Then third, fourth, Narada Muni, appearance of Narada Muni and creation of Srimad Bhagavatam, origin of Srimad Bhagavatam. That is also about Krishna. Second canto, just now we have read in second canto about Chatushlokam, Chatushloki Bhagavatam, which also talks about Krishna. Aham eva asam eva agre. I was existing before creation. I exist during creation. I exist after creation. And anything that is there without me is actually all illusion. So that also establishes only Krishna. Then we have these 10 topics described here in the second canto. Then again a third canto, Prabhupada is saying. In fact, Prabhupada says the 4 Chatushloki Bhagavatam succinctly, clearly describes who is the Ashraya. Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is the Ashraya. Brahma himself, in his Brahma Samhita, he is concluding, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda. He is Anadi Adi Parama Krishna, Sarva Karana Karana, is source of all the sources. Lord Brahma himself, in his prayers, he offers Samashrita Padapallava Plavam Yasho Murare. Samashrita. Ashrita means taking shelter. Samashrita. Everyone takes shelter of this Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he is the ideal boat to cross over the ocean of material existence. Every other boats also take shelter of this boat. That is the understanding. So that is second canto. Then the third canto. In the third canto also, the description is there about the Supreme Lord. He is the ultimate source of everything. Then third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, about different manvantaras is there. Third canto has pastime of Kapila Muni. Third canto has pastime of Vidura and Maitreya discussion about Lord Shiva. Fourth canto about Dhruva Maharaj, Priyavrata. Then fifth canto about Rishabhadeva. Then sixth canto about Ajamila. And seventh canto about Prahlad Maharaj. Eighth canto about Bali Maharaj. So like that, all these different cantos, different incarnations of the Supreme Lord, who is the ultimate shelter of everyone, everything. Then in 9th canto again and 12th canto. So, in the 12th canto, the same is further explained specifically regarding the different incarnations of the Lord. Thus, it is concluded by studying the complete Srimad Bhagavatam that Lord Sri Krishna is the ultimate samam bonum, or the ultimate source of all energy. And according to the grades of worshippers, the indications of the nomenclature may be differently explained as Narayana, Brahma, Paramatma, etc. So, according to the different grades of worshipper, so every worshipper is not the top, at the highest maturity. So, according to their different maturity, different understanding, everyone appreciates, understands that Ashraya as Narayana, Brahma, Paramatma. I mean, there are many, if you see many commentaries, they write Paramatma, Krishna Paramatma is saying like this. And even that prayers, no, when they offer before reciting Bhagavad Gita, the Krishna Paramatma, so and so this chapter by Krishna Paramatma, like that. So, Prabhupada is mentioning, according to the grades of the worshippers, the indications of the nomenclature. So, some may refer that as to him as Narayana, some may refer to him as Brahma, but ultimately he is, the last word is Krishna. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of. Brahma himself says, what is the shloka? Deeparchireva hi dashantaram abhyupetya deepayete vivrita hetu samana dharma yastadrigeva hi cha vishnutaya vibhati govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. He is explaining all the lamps. The original lamp is separate from all the different lamps. Even though all the lamps are illuminating in the same power, same capacity. Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki. Same power, same capacity, but still the original lamp is separate. Separate in the sense is the original lamp, that identity is there. So similarly, even though all the incarnations are coming out from Krishna and all are Vishnu Tattvas only, but still the original Adi Purusham is Krishna. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Tabirya Nijarupa Kala Ramadi Murtishu Kala Niyamena Tishtan. They are all expansions of expansions. But Krishna is the Supreme. Ete Chakala Pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Till now we described all the 32 incarnations. As they were saying, I have described Ete Chakala. They are all incarnations. They are sub-expansions. But Krishna is Bhagavan Swayam, the Supreme Personality of God. Indrari Vyakulam Loke Hrudayanti Yuge. So he incarnates in different avataras in order to please or help Indra, reduce the anxiety of Lord Indra. So like this, Sa Ashraya Param Brahma Paramatmeti Shabdyate. So recently there was some panel discussion was happening, and this panel discussion is about how to increase our lifespan. How to increase our life expectancy, lifespan, in one sense to become immortal. That is the discussion. So they brought one sadhu, one spiritualist in the panelist, then one scientist, and one engineer, bioengineer. Actually both are scientists. One is a technological scientist, another is a bioscientist. So the technological scientist, what he has done is, he has created a hologram of technology where you can keep a message for your future generation. You can talk, keep a message for future generation. And the future generation can switch on that hologram and talk to you. And you will also talk to them. It is an interaction. It is not that recorded, and you will not talk monotony. It is recorded. You can ask any question, you will answer. Any surprise question also you can ask, you will answer. Such kind of a tech. So he says that he is saying that I am increasing the legends, the life of legacy of every human being. He can give his legacy to his future generation, grandson, great-grandson, 100 years. Some grandson is there. He wants to hear what my forefather is thinking, thought about it. He can sit and ask, what is that? And he can answer. So he is thinking, he has immortalized human beings through this. For this is not full technology. Right now it is not fully developed. But that is the way he is planning. Time being, you can make a record and you can talk. That is there. In future, interaction will be there. Whatever you can, he'll ask. So the grandson will never feel separation from his grandfather. He'll always think, I am grandson of Vishwesharaya, my Vishwesharaya is here only. Like that he'll always feel that. So that is one. Then that biohack scientist, he is working on some development also has happened. What is that development? His research is gene technology. In our genes, everything is coded in our genes. How we behave, how our hairs will look, how our nose will look, how our eyes will look, how we will talk, what will be the tone of the talk, how we react to different situations. Everything is coded. It's like a software is there, robot and software. Like a human body is like a robot, and inside the robot everything is software. Neural software, all things in different situations. If it is summer season, how will you behave? If it is winter season, how will you behave? If exams are there, how he will behave? If happiness is there, how he will behave? All things are encoded there. So they got into the detail, and they are saying there is a one gene for death also. We will just remove that gene from there, and he becomes immortal. One gene is there for disease also. We will remove that gene from there, and he will become disease free. No death, no disease, no old. That old age also one gene is there. This is the final development. Time being, they are trying to improve the lifespan and quality of life. Suppose some problem is there for all of us in a certain situation in life, some disease is commonly coming. So that particular thing they will manipulate and help him to improve his quality of life. Now, all of them are working on this. They are all thinking this is very new. This kind of a technology and idea that we have to improve life expectancy. But this is what Hiranyakashipu and Ravana also did. What was Hiranyakashipu's plan? He also wanted to become immortal. That's why he did a great tapasya. And when Lord Brahma told, not possible, Brahma is very honest. He directly told, it is not possible, I cannot bless you. Then he tried manipulating that way, this way. So similarly, scientist, actually it is not possible to become immortal. Everyone has to die one day. But human being want to manipulate. Even for manipulation, finally they have to depend on the Supreme Lord. Even an atheist, if he has to think against God, that thinking against God also has to be given by God himself. Until he gives. So, Supreme Lord is shelter for theists and he is shelter for even atheists also. Therefore, he is Samashita Padapallava Plavam. He is shelter for everything. Actually, there was one woman, she is a great devotee. Right opposite to the house of this woman was an atheist. So this woman nicely, she does worship, puja and all of that. That atheist is very envious. He doesn't want to accept existence of God and all this worship he is seeing, he is very irritated. So one day, in order to teach a lesson to this devotee, he purchases, this devotee is little poor, not so well flourished, affluent, very poor. So what he does is, whatever is his poverty, suffering, he understands that and he purchases all of that and keeps in front of his house. He purchases a fridge, washing machine, TV, all of that he purchases, and thinking that the devotee will, next day when he opens the door, he sees TV, fridge, all these things are there, he will say, wow, whatever, atheist is such a great man. God has not given me, atheist has given me. That's what Prabhupada says, no? God give me my daily bread. Russians are praying inside the church, and outside their church, the communists kept a bus filled with bread. And when they come out, they give bread in the hands of the those who are praying in the church. They go into, and then they ask, who gave you bread? So naturally, communist has given. So communist has become God. Jesus has not given. God has not given your bread. We have given. So we are gods. So like this, the atheist also thinking. So next day, that devotee opens the door and sees, wow, wonderful, very happy. He is seeing a TV, fridge, everything is there. And with loud voice, he is so happy and he is shouting, my God is so great that even from an atheist he is giving me all these things. The atheist is thinking, devotee will think atheist is giving. So it is a fact. Prabhupada also says, these foolish people, they did not understand or they did not question the communist. Where did you get bread? Where did you get bread from? You are giving me bread, it is okay. But where did you? I got it from factory. Okay, from factory. Where did a factory get bread from? From wheat. Where did wheat come from? Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyat anna sambhava. So this, everyone forgets. So finally, Krishna is the source of everything. I remember in my childhood, one professor had newly joined as a lecturer there, and he was very old man, little philosophical, old style of talking, old style of teaching. So one day he told, everything that is there in science, if you go deeper and deeper analysis, why it has happened, why, it always ends in philosophy and God. Every scientist has to agree. Beyond all the science, the reason why it is all happening is God is behind everything. He has to agree. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. So Krishna is the source of everything. All the different 9 topics that are described, Ashrita, they are all taking final shelter of Ashraya of Lord Krishna. And hence, and Srimad Bhagavatam is the information, the science of that Ashraya. Srimad Bhagavatam only meant for Ashraya, the 10th topic. All other 9 are meant only to support. They are dependent on the Ashraya Tattva. So I will close here. Any questions? Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.